Senator Edward Kennedy says he wants to make sure the Reagan administration is not getting involved in a war in Central America. So he sent a letter to Defense Secretary Caspar Weinberger asking him to clarify the U.S. position there. Kennedy says there appear to be flagrant violations of the War Powers Act by U.S. military personnel. The issue is rapidly becoming a major part of the 1984 campaign. And as Bob Abernathy reports tonight, the battle lines are being drawn across the country.
The streets of San Francisco this past week. Opponents of the president's Central America policy shout their protests.
Stop the guns, stop the war, stop the blood money. Stop the guns, stop the war, stop the blood money. Stop the guns.
The same day, civil disobedience outside the White House, also over Central America. And more demonstrations are planned. But in a less dramatic way, the U.S. right is just as angry about Central America as the left, and far more active. Conservatives are alarmed and frightened, according to publisher Richard Viguerie.
The issue is either America has a strong influence in Central America, or the Soviet Union will occupy Central America.
Henry Kissinger is touring the country, urging more U.S. Central America aid.
I believe that the debate that is now going on in this country is a disaster. It is enough to keep us involved, and not enough to enable us to prevail.
A powerful film on Central America is distributed by the American Security Council, a conservative lobby. A special target for the council is the U.S. Hispanic population, reached with a daily radio commentary. At weekly meetings, the White House briefs the conservative lobbies and patriotic, religious, and business groups on Central America. At college campus debates on U.S. policy, the administration is represented. And this past week, the State Department even sent a man to talk about Central America to the Lions Club in Frederick, Maryland.
I believe we do have a policy in this hemisphere, and that policy is supported democracy and economic development.
Meanwhile, Richard Viguerie plans to take the debate into the coming presidential campaign.
There is no issue in 1984 that I intend to spend more time on than to alert the American people to the danger we face from the Soviet Union and the fact that the National Democratic Party has a long track record, a history of being soft on communism.
President Reagan and his advisors are careful not to use the same McCarthy-era words, but they too see an anti as vital for U.S. security and a strong campaign issue. Bob Abernathy, NBC News, Washington.
President Reagan is getting ready for China, and China is getting ready for him. Security is getting tighter. There have been threats to bomb the hotel where the President and First Lady will be staying next week. Yesterday, Mr. Reagan prepared for his trip by seeking advice from all three living former presidents, including Richard Nixon, who was the first U.S. president to visit China. That was in 1972. The president will spend Easter in Hawaii before going on to Guam on Monday and then on to Peking the next day.